Yeah,
Welcome
that
to the
was
Summit
I
of
was
the Screen
using.
Squad. Like always, I'm Vinny.
I'm Ozzy. Why do you have you yelling in my ear like that?
Nah.
And on this episode, we're talking about The Accountant. Ben Affleck's The Accountant. Batman. It's Batman.
Oddly enough, not that many numbers.
Yeah, there is. There's a whole he Will Hunting's the whole he Goodwill Hunting's the whole wall of the office.
It's his. This is his Goodwill Hunting 2 hunting season.
That's pretty much what it is. I think that's where
Yeah,
they got the idea.
yeah.
Teen season.
I like them apples.
Ben Affleck
Mm-hmm.
plays an autistic assassin, autistic
Allegedly,
in the movie. That's what he is.
And
allegedly.
his brother's the
The
Punisher.
Punisher. Yeah, you get the Punisher and Batman in the same movie.
And J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, as a police officer. I mean, this is
They're gonna cut the cops.
surprisingly, it's a really good movie. It's an enjoyable movie. I
I
enjoyed
love the
the
movie.
action. I enjoyed the Ben Affleck's portrayal of a person with autism is a little bit much, but
No, you'd be
doesn't
surprised.
he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything. He's just Ben Affleck. He's just quiet Ben
You'd be su-
Affleck. That's why it's a bit much.
Yeah.
He's doing too much, man. I bet you the
That's what I
director's
was
like, "Hey
gonna
guy,
say. It was
hey
just
guy, relax. You're doing too
it was
much."
just him in real life.
He's like, "I've just been playing poker this whole movie. What are you
That's
talking about?"
No
That's,
Kevin Smith. Crazy.
Walking around with J-Lo, Ben Affleck.
That's right.
Mm.
All
Slick back.
grumpy.
Well, if you
He's like,
notice, whenever he's
"Mama,
married,
kick it back."
it's whenever he's married, he's grumpy. Whenever he's single,
Yeah.
he's doing other stuff,
He have fun.
and he's grumpy.
And
So-
he's grumpy.
That's just work. That's just how it is.
He's like
Grumpy
Boston
time.
angry. He's Boston angry when he's single.
yeah, he doesn't use his Boston accent in this movie at all. There's no Boston accent. There's little to no comedy. You get John Lithgow, you get John
Mhm.
Bernthal, you get of course Ben Affleck, you get Anna Kendrick. It's a who wrote this movie? Oh, I thought
Wasn't me.
it felt like a the movie written by David
Wouldn't
Ayer.
we?
David Ayer, or a movie that David Ayer would have directed, but it was directed by the guy who what did Gavin O'Connor direct other than this?
But when he went and shot
Napoleon
the
Dynamite.
when they're
You no, he did not. I'm glad he did not. He directed
When he shot the truck and
he directed Warrior,
which one?
the UFC movie.
Oh, the Tom Hardy film with
Yeah.
Joe Egerton.
The UFC movie.
Yeah, the one that in no way would ever happen.
And he
that
also
way.
directed that other Ben Affleck movie about basketball, where he's a drunk
Air?
basketball coach. Where he's a drunk.
Oh, that's a
basketball
good.
coach.
That's
the way
that's
back?
actually not. That's not a bad movie.
No, it's not.
Mm.
But this movie is actually very surprising. The reason why I was like, we should revisit this movie or watch this movie, is because I was
Yeah, that was strange.
I was watching on TV. I was watching it on TV and watching it in pieces, and I'm like, man, I forgot this movie was actually pretty good. Like people sleep on the
Who
Accountant.
still watches TV?
You see, there's the shows that I watch, and they're only on TV because they're not on streaming. Because there's shows that
I
happen
watch-
live.
I watch tons of adult content.
WWE is not a show.
That is a show. What do you want to call it?
It's
An event?
It's an adult soap opera
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And usually
for incels.
and usually they play this movie. They play this movie like on TNT or TBS. So that's the AEW network, right? That's AEW. But
The all. How you
mhm.
pronounce it? All.
You're right.
No? Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to pronounce AEW. Is it all or?
All right, stop. You're trying to make that joke funny, and it wasn't. None of us laughed.
I'd explain to you what I was doing.
None of us laughed. So
He was trying to
you-
peek.
you gotta stop. You gotta stop when no one laughs. You're like, oh well, let me make this sound even louder. You'll probably laugh at that.
Yeah.
take the Kramer the Kramer style of comedy.
Yeah, just do it bigger, and people probably
Yeah.
laugh.
Do not go Kramer. Do not go Kramer.
Yeah.
He's autistic.
No, okay.
He's
All right,
autistic.
all right. I thought you were gonna slip.
Stupid.
But what I liked about this movie is kind of how
Benef-
Ben Affleck's portrayal, right? His acting, but it was also how they dealt with somebody with that higher form of autism, right? Because there's so many different types of autism, and they show it in the movie. And
It's I think it's a form of Asperger's. Well, what used to be considered Asperger's.
well, he has Asperger's. They kind of say it in the movie, right?
Mhm.
That he has Asperger's. Because he doesn't wipe so well. That's a Dumb and Dumber 2 joke, right? But
That's a good joke. I don't care. It says that's actually pretty good.
you're the only one laughing.
He's got butt crumbs. I swear.
Oh, gross. No, but
Dingleberries.
ugh.
He
But
got
they're not
smears on his underwear.
but they're not really berries.
His name's Skid Mark
Trust me,
Steve.
you learned the hard way. They're not berries.
Chocolate covered.
Gross. But
Sexual chocolate.
I kind of like what they did, like how they had Christian, or in this case he called himself Christian Wolf, right? How he goes and they manage his autism and teach him how to harness it and how to essentially he's really good at math, right? He's a higher functioning. He's a crazy mathematical skill, but he also has to finish what he starts. Right? If not, he has his tantrums. He breaks down. And he goes nuts. I like how they dealt with it, and I like that was this prior to John Wick? Yeah, right. This is prior to John Wick coming out. So this didn't get your typical John Wick action, like the way what they do now with all these action movies to try to mimic John Wick. But I liked what they did. It wasn't a lot of crazy hand-to-hand. There was hand-to-hand combat. There was also shooting, and
there's a lot of shooting.
A lot of gunplay in this movie. But it was really good.
By the way, that weapon he when he's at the farmhouse and he's like trying to like save that couple.
Mm-hmm.
For him to pick it up and run, that's a heavy weapon. Just saying.
Is it? I don't know. I don't shoot guns. I've never shot a gun in my life. So I don't know how heavy they are. They just look like toys to me in the movies.
Oh, thank you for your service.
Yep.
Oh, shoot guns! I've never shot a gun in my life. Army.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you can buy this shirt. You can get this shirt at any local
Army store.
Army surplus surplus store, right? Or if you have a family member that gets kicked out or booted from the
First of all,
for hitting on their captain.
He shouldn't have worn what he wore.
Right.
Apparently stockings don't look good on everybody.
Is that an M16 or are you just happy to see me?
No, it's my penis.
Damn. It's my dick. It's my dick.
Same joke that I just said. You just repeated it twice.
Except dick is better than penis.
No, it sounded funny like that.
To you,
it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
All I can think of is
it all comes out of your mouth at the same way anyway.
all I can think of is Fred Savage in Laws of Attraction. When he gets so high, he's like, I can feel my dick. I can feel my dick.
Fred Savage, Laws of Attraction. I don't know that movie.
It's that James Vanderbeek movie.
Fred Savage was in that movie?
Yeah, he had a little spot.
I don't know.
He got so high. He's like,
you're just making stuff up.
Got a little spot.
And that's what Hulk Hogan said. He wrestled him.
Yeah, but hold on. Now see what starts. See how your kids are. Go.
I can't see them.
I know. Good. Okay.
Those kids are everywhere.
Oh, there you go. See them. Oh, both of them.
Like ghosts.
Yeah,
They're
they're specters.
No wonder nobody watches us.
They're specters. They haunt the podcast.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. That's see. Do you see what they have to deal with?
Close your door next time.
The door was closed.
That's on you.
Your kids open. Your kids don't ever listen.
No, they're like trained monkeys. They just
no trained. There's a key word you use there. Trained monkeys listen. Right? Your kids are not trained monkeys. Are they monkeys? Maybe, but they're not trained monkeys. So, yes. But yeah. So back to this.
Real life frighteners.
So in the accountant, Christian Wolf gets hired by this big company to essentially research the books, review the books to make sure nothing's happening, because one of their CPAs found an irregularity in their books. So they hire Christian to find it and find out where it's coming from
and fix it.
And then it turns out there's a giant web of corporate greed and corporate stuff happening, and then that's where the action comes in, where somebody gets hired to knock him out, right? To knock him out, to knock anyone who knows about the irregularity in the books.
And enter
John Bernthal, right? John Bernthal, and you get John Lithgow. Again, John Lithgow doesn't get that much praise in a lot of the stuff that he does, but he's a good villain, even if he's not like in Ricochet.
He's
he was
one
good.
of the best.
One of the best. Ricochet, Cliffhanger, Ricochet,
Shrek.
the accountant, Shrek. He is. He's a good Lord Farquaad.
He's the best villain in Dexter.
Well,
Spoiler alert.
Well,
I mean, it's obvious while you're watching it. I mean, it's like, hey, he's the bad guy. Yeah.
He was also he's also the villain in Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes,
and also the villain in Harry and Henderson's.
Because you remember that if he didn't have Alzheimer's,
Daddy's Homes 2.
If he didn't have Alzheimer's, James Franco wouldn't have tried to make the Alzheimer's cure that caused the monkeys to get that caused the apes to get super smart and get everyone sick. So who's the real villain?
And then no Lizzie McGuire, and you're good to go.
Who's the real villain? Think about that. Look at the movies. Look at the
James Franco. James Franco's the villain.
That's true.
He's a real villain.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But I like how what they did in the movie where they introduced Christian at the beginning, or they introduced the kid, and where he essentially was taken to get help and be taught some stuff, and then how the dad was like, no, I'm gonna take him and do it my way, and they have the whole showing how he was teaching him how to essentially harness his issue, center himself, so that whenever he'd had his breakdowns, he was able to take care of it. He learned how to fight. He learned how to shoot. He joined the army.
It felt like remember in Daredevil when you get into his little water pod.
Yeah.
To just center in. Yeah, same thing.
Ben Affleck. Well, he went in there to block out all the sound because it would drive him crazy.
And then the other way blocks out his thoughts and helps him figure it out.
Yeah.
So same difference.
Yeah. He didn't tender his power that way. But I think this movie is a movie that a lot of people, I know it's on TV, but
they sleep on it. People sleep on it.
And like Edgar says, that people don't really watch TV, so a lot of people don't know about this movie.
I don't watch any TV.
It's definitely a good movie. It's from the way it's written, from the action to the storytelling in it. It was really well done, and it's one of those movies that went under the radar in a lot of things, right? In a lot, because I don't think it made that much money.
Well, they also discounted it a lot because of Ben Affleck at the time wasn't a massive draw, but he was a name. It's kind of it was in this fluctuation phase.
What do you mean massive? Wasn't he Batman at that time?
No, I don't think he was Batman yet.
In 2016, when did he become Batman?
Oh, 2016? Damn, he might have actually been Batman.
Oh, so what was John Wick out already? Huh. 2016?
Yeah, let's see. Batman versus Superman. I'll tell you this movie, 2016. He was already Batman around that time. He had already been Batman in the movie in Batman versus Superman.
Because is that why he has the Superman comic book?
I think so. I think maybe that's a nod to it or something. But he was already Batman at that time, and then the first.
But around that time he already played Superman.
Yeah, he had already played Superman in that other movie, and then John Wick had already came out. John Wick was 2014. 2014. But see, this movie didn't rely on the John Wick action, the kinetic type of action they did.
I love how you backtrack on that one.
No, but it still didn't. That's what I'm saying. That was
the whole point.
The fighting.
It came out before John Wick, so so the fighting wasn't so intricate. Everything,
it wasn't. It didn't rely on it.
And then it's
how did I backtrack? I said the same thing. They didn't do it. I said they didn't do it. Did you? You want me to rewind the video so you can listen to it? You stupid idiot. Thanks.
First of all, I'm a dipshit.
There you go.
This
Thank
is
you.
way different.
Yeah. Go back to touching yourself.
Rewind it to where the kids come out.
Yeah. Edit it out.
But the fighting style is a little bit like that. What's that movie?
Batman?
The Raid.
Well, that to me was like a little closer to John Wick because of how frantic it is and how much they do. This one didn't have that much hand to hand. It was a lot more. It was a lot of shooting. It felt
It felt like Batman
contained.
Begins. It felt like Batman Begins fighting.
He
Where,
doesn't
like,
he doesn't use a
he's like-
gun. He doesn't use a gun.
Again, he uses body a lot more than this to remove
He
it.
shoots from far. He shoots from far away.
The gun.
There's like one scene where he actually does that. So
Yeah, well,
most of the
But
movie, he's walking around shooting people, or running around shooting people, or jumping around shooting people. But like I said, this movie does not rely on, like, yes, John Wick came out, but it wasn't copying. Like now, most action movies now are trying to do the quick cuts and trying to
shooting
like
style.
the shooting. Like he holds his gun like this. Now almost everyone starts holding their gun like that, shooting.
yeah, tactical.
Yeah, they're all doing that, but it's all very closer to John Wick the way that they did it. And this one feels just more natural versus like the trying to be for comic book style way that they're doing a lot more of the action stuff now. Right? So I really think people did not sleep on this movie a lot because it's a really well done movie, from Ben Affleck's portrayal to the story. Again, John Lithgow, John Barenthal, he's in the movie, plays a big part in the movie. But he's really good. Even Anna Kendrick, who plays a small part in the movie, it could have been. It's like whatever. Whether they could have put anyone in that role, but
You gotta give him his Black Widow. So that's what happens. You gotta give him his Black Widow because he's basically the Hulk.
I guess.
But they don't really have anything. She kind of like wants to, but he's like, nah.
Yeah, he'd rather beat himself with a stick in the room with flashing lights.
Huh?
That's what he does. He turns on the flashing lights, loud music, and he beats his shin with a stick.
Weird. It sounds like somebody I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're gonna call you now, the accountant.
You're the accountant.
Done. Change my name.
Yeah, but you suck. But you suck at math.
I'm awesome at math.
You can barely count.
Oh, come on.
That's not what he sucks on.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Dick.
All right. All right. But if you haven't seen it, like again, they play it.
You like my lips?
They play this. No,
I was gonna say everything, not just math.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
this
So
guy.
suck at everything, not on.
Uh,
That's where you fucked up.
Same difference.
oh.
No, but if you haven't seen The Accountant, I think it's the movie that really warrants watching because it's one of those movies that would catch you off guard if you have never seen it. Like you wouldn't know what it's about, and then the moment the action kicks in, that movie gets the whole movie, story wise, everything, even the backstory, the J.K. Simmons part of it, right? All of that story, all of it makes sense and it works in the movie. And
at the very end, his Bosley is
his handler. You find out who his handler is, and I like what they did with that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They show that even people that have those type of issues and disabilities are extremely high functioning, can do other things. And I liked what they did with the movie. I like kind of the direction they went to, and it would have been cool if we'd have got more movies within the accountant realm. Because remember, he does use aliases in this movie. Maybe one day we'll get a sequel.
He's a saint all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Like
pretty
August
much.
Christopher, Omar de Boris.
Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he does.
Nah.
But I would see a sequel to this. I would think a sequel to this.
They did
movie would
make
be good.
another Jack Ryan movie with him.
Sum of All Fears.
Yeah, but they didn't make another one after.
Was that Reindeer Games?
No, Sum of All Fears.
So they only made one Jack Ryan with him, right?
That's what I'm saying. So why would they make another one with the accountant?
But I think Sum of All Fears sucked.
Who was in that one?
Ben Affleck and
No, the other one.
Morgan Freeman.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, he's in that movie. That's it. That's all I remember.
He went down to
Now-
San Guatanejo.
Now, if they would have gone with Mel Gibson and the accountant, then we probably would have got more.
He did a lot more vulgarities too.
Because because that's everyone watches movies with Mel Gibson now.
I do.
Well, yeah, you do.
I know I do.
There's just two people.
Yeah, get the Gringo, bro. Get the Gringo.
Yeah, with their direct to video, that's what he makes now.
Speaking of Gringo movies, do not watch How the Gringo Stole Christmas.
We're way past Christmas already. We don't talk.
Just
want
to make sure in case it comes up in someone's feed. Who knows? Don't watch
Mel
it.
Gibson.
With Mel Gibson, yeah, he stars in it, starring Mel Gibson and
He's
George
the
Lopez.
Gringo.
No,
the Gringo.
he plays Jesus.
But you gotta watch closely. If you have to watch the whole movie from beginning to end, and you'll see him. Watch, trust us. He shows up eventually.
Just like in the Passion of Christ, he was the foot. Boom.
The one foot, the pair of feet you don't see walking next to you. That was Mel Gibson.
It's like I said, hey, we need a sandal shot.
Oh, he was
All right.
also the hand nailing the
Which totally makes sense.
Nailing Mary Magdalene in the movie. Get it? He's the Immaculate Conception. Is that what you're trying to say? Nailing? No.
Mary Magdalene. We're not getting into this. Mary Magdalene wasn't, his mother. You know that, right?
We're not. You just said we're not getting into it. So why are you bringing that up?
I mean,
okay, I'm not gonna talk about this, but my sexuality. No one wants to talk about it. Who cares?
But anyways, Mel Gibson would have been a better. I think I would have liked it better
Unaccounted?
with Mel Gibson. Yeah.
But he's.
You know who else? Will Smith. They were thinking about.
Really?
Yeah. No, thank you.
No.
No. I could totally see Will Smith doing this.
I mean, we're getting an I Am Legend 2, and I don't know if I'm gonna watch that with Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan.
He's still making movies.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Michael. Yeah. He was
Space Jam.
He was in Air.
Yeah.
The back of his head was. I don't know.
He wasn't. But that was it. It could have been him. Could not have been him. I don't know.
Look, I'm Michael Jordan.
Best supporting actor, Michael Jordan. Air.
He wins everything.
That's right.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
But if you
Black Panther.
But if you haven't seen that kind, I'm telling you, I think it's a movie that is definitely worth a watch once, because it's an enjoyable movie. It's a movie that if you go in not really knowing everything about it, you are going to enjoy it. And of course, if you watch this episode, you've just been spoiled with the whole thing. But still,
I think every time we review something, people don't want to watch it.
No, because they're like, oh, these are no.
It's like, oh, that Ozzy.
They're like, these fools.
He's a new accountant.
Yeah. But
change professions.
But on that note, check out the accountant
Dilbert.
on Peacock. Check out the Ted
Dilbert.
Check out the Ted series. It's funny. Live action Family Guy. On that note, this has been Vinny.
Ozzy.
Anna.
We'll see you guys next time.
Good afternoon.